gun violence, police brutality. They done shot that man out here in these streets. He, she, them, lost in the wind. Church is empty on Sunday morning. My America in sin. Why?
This portion of Life Transitions with Coach Robin is sponsored by Woman to Woman Impartation 2019 Empowerment Side Piece No More Chronicles coming to a city near you. It's a one-day empowerment workshop with tools, resources, encouragement, and motivated solutions. Next 3 stops are New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware. Register at Eventbrite. Find more information via all woman-to-woman impartations social media outlets or dial 980-349-6140. Music credit Apostle Yolanda. Landa Music. Song titled Why.
It is still a fight. Skin's excuse for hate. That ain't right. Black man, white man, rich man, poor man, still a man. Got no respect for the next man. How we expect him to win? Why?
Just chiming in. You chiming into Life Transitions with Coach Robin, and you chimed in at the right time. We are having an awesome conversation with a dynamic woman that has so many hats, and we are rocking to her music right now titled Why. Don't touch that dial. Let's get back to that awesome conversation. Check it out.
And I'm going ahead of myself. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But before we shift, because I'm going there, so that's just confirmation. Before we shift,
right,
I want to give the listening family an opportunity, and I know you said why is not available at the moment, but I want them to have an opportunity to support your music ministry, because there's many aspects of you, components of you, many things that you do in excellence, but just to be able to tap into the music that's prophetic, the music that is healing. I want them to know how to support it, to get it. And as they think they're supporting you, trust me, they're going to get just as much from the music as what they think they're going to give you for getting the music. So if you could take the time out, this should tell them how they can tap in and just stay connected to you to get your music.
Okay, actually, I am available on iTunes under Landa, My Blessings, and I have an album that I recorded back in 2005. It's called My Soul, so Landa, My Soul, and there are some beautiful songs on both CDs that I wrote the majority of the songs. So it's a unique sound. My husband is an awesome producer. He has a unique sound as well. So we make beats together. we make music together, actually.
What they say, we make music together.
Yes, let's make sweet.
Come on now.
So my husband is a producer. So yeah,
I love that. You are tuning into Life Transitions with Coach Robin during our Spotlight segment, where I am chatting with a dear woman to me. And I hope she knows she's dear to me and to many others, Apostle Yolanda, calling into the Coach Robin's office from the ATL region. And I just want to salute you, sis. I salute you. I just thank God for the woman you are and what you already have done in my life. I just thank God. So keep it together, Robin. Okay. As I alluded before, you have many. I don't like, church folk might not like the word magical, but I love it. You have many magical components about you, and we talked about being a songbird, but I'm coming to where we were kind of tapping into for a minute. And what I really want to transition to or spotlight on is one of the precious passions that I see that you have, and that has impressed me, that has empowered me, that has made me believe again in ministry, and believe again in partnership, believe again that you can have a real sister in ministry. And I know you're saying, okay, what is it?
No, you're good.
What is this woman talking about? What I love about you is your passion for people.
Wow.
Your passion. And yes, like I said, you're a teacher, you're a preacher, you're a prophet. But I remember in the Bible, it tells us we can do all those things, but without love, without love. And I'm going to paraphrase this like it sounds like grass in his ears without love. Right. And what I love about you and what I think about the magnet that's inside of you, and I looked at a picture you had on Facebook, and you were saying how your husband was like, you're saying you're just a plain Jane, and he's saying no, you are, you're this awesome individual. I can't remember the wording, but he said I can't remember the exact wording. Yeah, you high and you stand out in the crowd. That's right. What I believe is that the magnet that's in you is your heart for people.
Yeah.
I believe you have a pure, genuine, authentic heart. And what I love about not just that, but the cherry on top is it's without strings attached. Because how can I say this? We live in a time where people do things with the intention or with the expectation of you're going to, and I believe in reciprocal relationship, don't get me wrong.
Right,
but everything
absolutely.
is contingencies. Yeah, I just believe one of the most glowing things about you, with all that you do, all the accolades, all the accomplishments, all that wonderful thing, is your passion and your love for people. And it's something, because in a world full of such despair, evil, hatred, jealousy, backbiting, racism, and all, and the list goes on, I'm just so curious. How? Because I know you've been disappointed at some point. I know you've been lied on at some point.
Yes.
I know you've been betrayed on at some point. Me and the listener family just want to know, how is it that you can love so authentically?
Here's the thing. Okay, so going back to that little girl, well, at age 11, I was already a little leader in my community, right? So me and the kids would, go and do little crazy stuff in the community, like being bad. So when my sister got saved, I brought all of those children to church with me, like everybody that followed me in the community. So you can no longer be my friend if you wasn't coming to church. So I would dress them. I actually was like this mama bear the whole time. So I would dress them in my dresses and shoes and everything, and give it to them whether they brought it back or not. That just wasn't. I didn't care. So I would always bring people. There has always been somebody that I was actually leading, and there was always somebody that was actually following. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
And so there's always been some type of mentor. Most of the time they will be way older than me. Like some older lady would be in my life telling me this, and this. Like, Yolanda, you can't do this because you have an anointing over your life or whatever. So some of those friends did disappoint me. And even being in ministry, just to fast forward, I have been royally disappointed, royally backstabbed. But it's just a part of my personality. Because I am so authentic, I know how to cut you off if God tells me to cut you off. And so that's the thing. I'll give you so much love, but when it's time, when God says, okay, enough is enough. You can move forward, but you can love them from a distance. I know how to do that. I have the power of release. Not only the power of release, not only the power to let you in, but I have the power to let you out. And so I have a revolving door. And so I learned because I started preaching at 23 years old. And so I learned then, like, okay, you always have to put yourself out there with the possibility of being hurt. But I actually learned that in falling in love with a man. Like, I cannot give you, because me and my husband went through things when we were boyfriend and girlfriend. And so when I became a wife, I was like, you didn't put me through nothing, blah, 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 blah. God told me you can never learn how to be you can never learn how to really be loved unless you open up yourself with the possibility of getting hurt. And so a lot of people put those walls up, but I'm not the wall type of person, and I refuse to love people from a wall. And so I would rather you be real than for us to, I'm not going to play. If I feel like it's not there, I know how to move forward. And if I feel like, and I know how to I know there's categories of friends and people in my life. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't out of circle person. You got to break that one down. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stick an out of circle person in my inner circle. So yes, I've experienced pain, but for years I've had some of the same people around me because God has really given me wisdom. Not that from the inside I haven't been bitten, but at the end of the day, God has actually really taught me how to shake any snake that will come up against me, because at the end of the day, it's my prayer life, and everything that I do it as unto the Lord. So if I'm loving you as unto the Lord. It's not Yolanda's love, because Yolanda's love will want to slap you, but at the end of the day, if I'm loving you with the love of Christ. This has nothing to do with me, because me would want to, you know what I'm saying, act silly.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, I've realized that we got to put ourselves back out there with the possibility of being hurt, even with losses, even with deaths in the family, even with people that's close to you that may leave or whatever. You still got to put yourself back out there, because there's somebody else that will give you that same love that you lost.
Wow. Wow. I love, you said so many, girl, you said so many mouthfuls there. My God. But I love that you made the point that I love through the love of God, through the love of Christ. So at the end of the day, the ability to love is not within my own strength, without it's within His strength in me.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow. And so we're going to segue to, because that same love and that same wisdom that God has put into you, how to love and to cultivate, is, I know what He has done through you pastoring and having and through ministry. There's no way you can be as successful as you are in ministry without you mastering. Hey, that's the word, mastering how to love people. And as you just said, even how to love them, and even if I have to shake you off and move, you out of my inner circle, it's okay.
Right.
Am I making sense?
Right.
So what is some of the keys, I guess I could say, with even in the midst of, because I know somebody may be listening that's in pastoring and really struggling how to, been hurt. Because I know now the thing is, pastors say, I don't want to be with the sheep. I don't want to be with the lay people. That's their remedy. I just want to be separated because of past hurt or so for somebody who's listening, what would you say to that pastor who is like, well, really my remedy, I just rather just separate myself from the lay people because that's my safe zone. Y'all stay over there and I'm over here. How can they, because I think being able to fellowship together is something in us being transparent together. And like you said, not having the walls. And for some reason, church is full of a lot of walls. A lot of walls are in